Hey guys, so today I'll be talking about product of array except itself. So basically what the problem states is that we have an array, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to output an array such that each element is like product of all the other elements in the array except itself. So for the first element it will be 2, 3, 4, which will be 2 into 3, 6, 24. For the second, everything except the second element will be multiplied, so it will be 12. Similarly for the third and fourth. Now one approach will be we give a left array and take a right array. So the left array will consist of all the products of all the elements to the left of that index. So first it will be 1, then it will be 2 times 1, which will be 2, then 3 times 2, which will be 6, and then 4 times 6, which will be 24. Yeah, so actually there will be another one here, because we will first insert a dummy 1 inside and then multiply the first index with this. Similarly for the right, we will traverse from the right, we will insert a dummy 1, then we will multiply this 4 into this, then 12, then 24, then 24, and then while outputting it we will multiply the corresponding for each index I. It will be left I multiplied by right I plus 1. So that's one approach that we can take. Another approach, let's say if you want to do it in constant space. So in constant space what we have to do, so first what we will do is like insert a 1. So we will maintain a left prefix array, so in which each element will contain the product of all the elements before that. So we will insert 1. For the second element it will be 2. For the third element it will be 2 times 1, which will be 2. For the fourth element it will be 3 times 2 into 1, which will be 6. Now what we do is we take a right index, let's say its value is 1, and for each of the iteration what we do is like let's say this is our right index. So for each value we will, let's say result I, we will start from right to left, and for each result I what we will do is like we take, so for instance this case what we will do is like, okay, let's for this instance what we will do is take right index equal to 1. We will start from the extreme right, and what we are going to do, so let's suppose let's also have the resultant array for reference. So 24, 12, 8, 6. So what we will do is like we will take the right index and then multiply it with the corresponding element in the left hand. So for the right index it will be 6. Now what we do is like we multiply right index with itself and the array I, so that we can keep track of all the product of all the elements to the right of that element. So in this case 1 multiplied by 4 will be 4, so it will be 4. So in the next iteration what we will do is like we will multiply this 4 with the corresponding left index, so it will be 8, and then we will again make right index equal to add ai, which will be 4 times the next element, which will be 3, which will be 12. Then what we'll do is multiply 12 with this. Similarly, we'll then get, so that's the idea. So basically what we are doing is like for each iteration we are, so left array will contain all the products of all the elements to the left of that index, and the right index is like a dummy variable which we will use to maintain the product of all the elements to the right of that particular index, so that we can multiply it with the left array to get the corresponding value in the array. So coming back to the problem, let's say we will take let result equal to 0. We have to take a left array. So for the left array, what we will do is like, so as you can see, so for the first index we will just put forward 1. So left dot push equal to 1. Then from the second index equal to 1 less than nums dot length plus we will multiply, okay, we will unshift, we will push this nums so we will basically push the previous element multiplied with the previous left index, so it will be nums I plus 1 multiplied by left I minus 1. Now we take, let's say, a right index which we will take as 1, which is like a dummy variable to maintain the product of all the elements to the right, and then for each element it will be nums dot length minus 1 I greater than or equal to 0 will result dot actually, you know what, we don't need this result. We'll just maintain this left index and we will make left I equal to, so it will be left I multiplied by ri, and we have to modify the ri to be this multiplied by nums I. So hopefully this will give me the resultant array. So let's run the code. Okay, accepted. Let's submit. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there are any doubts you can post it in the comments down below, and as always we will meet again in my next video. Thank you.